Okay, so I'm sure most of you have clicked on this video because you have been spending a lot of time either sitting down or working from home. Either way, we're going to start by standing tall at the top of the mat. So find your mountain pose today. You can keep the legs as wide as the hips or wider apart. Anything that feels good in the lower back. Spread the toes out. Once you've checked on the feet, you can lift the chest, the gaze, and just roll the shoulders back and down. Allow the arms to hang as they are, nice and heavy, and then focus your gaze just in front. You can very subtly just check out the ground beneath by shifting the weight backwards and forwards along the soles of the feet. And as you do that, you can turn your awareness to the breath. Just start to activate as you breathe in and out through the nostrils. And you can start to lift the heels slightly higher, engaging the ankle joints, maybe noticing the activation of the leg muscles. Becoming aware of the pelvis, the lower back. And maybe the higher you go, you start to feel your core muscles begin to tighten. Deepening the breath. Lifting the heels higher up. And the awareness follows higher into the chest, the shoulders, the neck. Notice the facial muscles, the jaw. See if you can soften some more, relaxing. And then bringing the awareness all the way up to the crown of the head. Just checking the whole body out as we start our practice today. Maybe setting an intention or reminder that whenever the mind starts to wander, which it most definitely will, you can always come back to the breath, to the sensations in the body. You can be curious of anything that you are doing in this moment throughout this practice. Good. Now really, maybe you're starting to feel the leg muscles awaken. On the next inhale, if you like, you can also reach the arms overhead. See how this works for your balance today. Take a deep breath, maybe lift the gaze also. Maybe pause. Just do what feels good for you today. Take a deep breath as you lift, and when you exhale, bring the arms back down, the heels can touch. Inhale, growing tall. And on the exhale, with control, maybe chin to chest. So layering up. Concentrating from the foundation, the heels lifting, the ankles engaged, the legs awaken, the belly strengthens, the arms, your balance. And then as you release with control, see what happens. The body can soften, let go, and then you repeat. Good. We'll take one more round. Breathing in all the way. And then exhale completely. Good. Take a moment here. Spread the toes out. We'll move into a twist. So as you inhale, reach the arms back up. Find as much length along the spine and then twist to the right. First turn through the belly, the chest, the arms open, and the gaze can just follow back. Inhale back through the center and exhale to the other side. Breathing in to lift. Exhale the other way. Good. Inhale and exhale. We'll just take one more round on either side. And then coming back to the center, releasing the arms back down. Good. Now rolling through the spine, we'll come all the way down and then repeat back up. So one thing you can do to stay healthy, as many research shows, is to mobilize your spine. So this is a great way to really try to move some energy, but also open space between the vertebrae by keeping it nice and mobile. So let's have a go. Firstly, starting from the ground up, we'll focus on our foundation as the toes spread out and the feet press down. Feel the legs energize here, and you can slightly soften the knees so that you're not pushing to the back. From here, bring your attention to the pelvis. Just place your hands there and feel the pelvis tip forwards and then back. So as you tip forwards, you find a little curve through the lower back, and then the other way, you lengthen through the tailbone. Just become aware of this motion, and then bring the attention up. We'll be closing in through the shoulders and then opening out wide. Okay, so step by step, I'll guide you through. We'll start by bringing the chin in towards the chest, and then we'll round through the upper back, bringing the shoulders in towards each other, and here allow the arms to really become nice and heavy. Then open through the mid-back. You continue to drop the head down. As the body releases, more weight will be placed through the upper body as the legs become stronger and support everything above it. Keep opening up through the mid-back. Now, as you get here, you'll bend the knees deeply and really find this motion of the pelvis tilting forwards, lengthening through the lower back, the tailbone, and then you'll just tip all the way down. The arms can release fully, and then as the pelvis has found its maximum tilt, you can start to focus on lengthening through the back of the legs. And the more you shift the weight forwards to the balls of the feet, the more you find this release, this opening through the legs. This is where we tend to find a lot of stiffness, especially if we sit around most of the day. This is a great way to open that up. Now we'll do the same, but we'll reverse this time. We'll push the feet down, bend the knees, see if we can tilt the pelvis slightly, and as we push through the legs, we start to round through the lower, then mid, then upper back. Take your time. You may find one more tricky than the other, coming up or going down, that's okay. We'll roll the shoulders back and down, and then gaze up. Good. Now bring the arms overhead, look to the thumbs, and then releasing the arms, we'll repeat once more. Chin to chest. Roll the shoulders in, open through the upper, mid, lower back. Start to bend the knees deeply, and then as if you're pointing the tailbone up, tilt the pelvis, and then release all the way down. Straightening the legs slightly, and then pushing down will come all the way up. So bend the knees as if you're about to sit slightly. See if you can open through the back. Keep pushing the legs. And then chin to chest. Roll shoulders back. Inhale the arms overhead. And just one last time. Good. Chin to chest. Rolling down. And it's all about exploring. I mean, you can even film yourself. I'm sure it feels one way for me, but it probably looks completely different. And that's okay, just practice more and more. You may find some parts of the pelvis a bit more stiff than others. Good, inhale, arms up, and this time standing twin mountain. We'll just bring the arms by the side of the body. Now coming down, this time we'll keep the spine nice and straight and just find the difference. Now take a deep breath in, lift arms up, gaze to the thumbs, and as you exhale, dive forward. So keep the spine nice and long, tilt the pelvis, bend the knees as you bring the hands down. Inhale, this time halfway up, fingertips, hands on shins or thighs, find length. And then as you bring the hands down, step the left foot back into a low lunge. You can use your props here. You can just walk the foot, go deeper, and then bring the hands onto the front thigh. See if you can lengthen the breath. You can remain here, or you can inhale, reach arms all the way up. Taking one more full breath. Good. And then releasing the hands down. Again, you can proper block just to the inside of the foot, or plant the palm and then extend the right arm towards the ceiling. Now reach the arm behind you and then take a circle down to the front and then back up again. Length the breath, deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring the arm back down. Let's take one more. And then hand to the mat. Good. From here, tuck the left toes and push back into downward facing dog. You can walk the legs and stretch them out. Take one more breath, and then as you exhale, bend both knees and look forward. Step with the left foot between the hands and drop the right knee down. Lift the chest, hands onto thigh. Good. Allow the hips to open, release towards the mat, and if you like, you can extend the arms up. So when we tend to be sitting for long periods of time, we close the body down. See if you can really open through the chest. The shoulders can move back. Even the fingers can help you reach higher up. The next exhalation, bring the hands back down. This time we'll press the right hand into a prop or the mat. And then expanding the chest, we'll take the other arm all the way. And then when you're ready, you can circle through the shoulder joint. bringing the arm back, down, forwards, and repeating with the breath. One more round, and then we'll release back to the center. Tucking the right toes this time, step into downward facing dog. So we're sending the hips up towards the ceiling. You can bend the knees deeply, bring the chest to the thighs, really stretch through the upper body, the sides, and then you can work on the legs. Gradually releasing heels further towards the ground. Just see what's available for you today. Now with the next inhalation, extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. Take a deep stretch here, and then bend the knees, squeeze in as you slightly round the back. And then inhale again, extend the leg up. Just take a few rounds like this, so you shift the weight slightly forwards, hugging in, and then inhale to extend back up. Let's take one more squeeze. And this time stepping between the hands. Now we'll keep the back leg lifted and arrive into a high lunge. So really squeeze through the inner thighs, the belly, and then extend the arms overhead. Good. So just like we did before, see if you can find some release through the hips as you sink them down, but at the same time keep everything hugging in, squeezing, lifting up through the pelvic floor, and then extending up towards the ceiling. Now, just like we did at the beginning of the practice, we'll come into a twist. So as you inhale, lengthen up, and as you exhale, start to spin from the belly, then the chest, followed by the gaze all the way to the right. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, same side. Open wide. Inhale, keep lifting. Exhale, last time. Breathing in, back to your high lunge. Good. Now from here, bring the hands in towards the hips, and we'll gently hop forwards. So just a small hop, and then plant the back heel down. We'll straighten the front knee and move into a forward fold. So you may like to open the legs a little wider, just to give yourself a bit more room. And then you can either take hold of opposite elbows, or you can bring the palms in towards each other, lifting the fingers higher up, and then squeezing the shoulder blades, bringing the shoulders down. Take a deep breath in, lift, and as you exhale, tilt the pelvis and keep reaching the top of the head forwards. What you're doing here is you're sending the right hip back, trying to open a little more. And just being mindful that you're not pressing through the back of the knee. So no pressure, no pain in the joints anywhere. We are working on finding balance between the strength, the flexibility, and really drawing in through the lower belly here to get yourself further forwards. Taking one more breath. And then inhale, coming all the way up. Good, release the arms, roll the shoulders, the wrists, and then bring both hands down to the mat and step back to down dog. When you're ready with the next inhalation, we'll lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. Just repeating as before, we'll bend the knees, squeeze in, slightly round the back as you push the ground away, and then inhale again to extend the leg back up. Exhale to squeeze the leg in, inhale up, exhale. This time, foot in, we'll come into a high lunge. So take your time, stabilize from the ground, lift all the way up. Good. If you lose your balance, come back. Really activate through the back heel, shoulders down. We'll take one more breath. And then prepare for a twist to the left side this time. Inhale, lift high up. And as you exhale, twist belly, chest, gaze, arms open. Inhale, back to the center. Good. Exhale. And inhale. Last time. Breathing in. Good. And then hands to hips. We'll hop 1 foot distance and then release the heel down. Again, so see how your hips feel here. If you want to create more room, just walk the front foot out. And then same position as before. You can either hold the elbows the other way or reverse namaste. Shoulders back, inhale to lengthen and exhale to the front. Just micro bend up front knee and then draw the hip back. So your feet are working hard here as if trying to split the mat apart. The body is active, yet see if you can find some ease in the posture. Good. One more breath. And then use the inhale to rise up. Release the arms. We'll step back to downward dog. Good. Now what we'll do is again we'll move through the spine just like we did at the beginning of the practice, opening, finding freedom, really mobilizing the whole structure. And we'll do this by shifting the weight around the body. So from here, see if you can lift the heels, bring the awareness as it travels through the back of the legs, finding a tilt in the pelvis, opening just like previously through the upper back, and then we'll bend the knees and take the hips back as we lengthen the spine, take the hips up and just repeat. So whatever makes sense to you, however it feels, it's okay. Just see if you can shift the energy, see how everything feels with the breath. Really apply deep breaths as you move through, something like a snake. And maybe you can even change the direction, see how the other way feels. It may feel quite confusing, so just stick to what you enjoy, even if it feels slightly uncomfortable and different to your practice. As long as there's no pain, you can try new things and maybe come back at a different time, whatever you like really. Let's take one more round. bring the knees down, release the toes, and find a comfortable child's pose. Arms can lengthen forwards, or you can bring them by the side of the body. Good, and then we'll reach the arms back and front and lift all the way up. Now swaying the legs in front, just give them a good shake. Pointing the toes forwards, then back. And just circle the feet around. One way, then the other. Good. We'll bend the right knee and step the foot to the outside of the left leg. Hugging in close, the left leg can remain extended, or you can bend the other knee also and bring the foot to the outside of the hip. So both sit bones are pushing into the ground. You can always support the hips with a prop underneath. And here we're going to place the right hand behind, closely in, and then inhale the left arm up. Twist towards the leg. You can hook over or hug the knee in. However deep you want to go into the stretch. And then gradually, with every exhale, you can twist some more. Good, and then breathe in, come all the way to the front. Extend the legs and shake them out. Bend the left knee, step the foot to the outside, hug the leg close. Same option as before, you can stay like this or you can bend the other knee. Find stability through the pelvis and then place the left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist. Hug or hook over the knee and then continue to move with the breath. With the next inhale, all the way back to the center, shaking the legs out. Okay, so from here we'll bend both knees and connect the soles of the feet together. If you find the lower back is in any sort of tension at the moment or you're rounding, you can just place a cushion or blanket under. This will help to elevate the hips and bring this tilt of the pelvis that we're after. Now, the closer the heels towards the body, the deeper of a stretch you may find, so do play around. We'll open the feet like a book, take a deep breath in and then tilt forwards. Taking a full breath. And see if you can explore some more. Inhale to lengthen the shoulders back and exhale to the front. With the next inhale, all the way up and knees in, the feet hip distance apart. Make your way lying onto the mat. Draw the heels in close towards you and press the palms down. Now inhale, lift the hips up. And exhale, bring them back down. Now, see if you can really slow down the movement as you tilt the pelvis, you lengthen the lower back, lift, peeling the mid and then through the upper back. And then as you release, feel the spine connecting to the mat, vertebra by vertebra, really lengthen through the tailbone and then drop the hips back down. And the movement carries on, so the tops of the feet, the toes push, the mid, the back of the heels, and then as the legs activate and lift the heels, you carry on the awareness all the way up to the shoulders. And then as they start to press down the other way, feel the palms push, the mid back, the lower back, the pelvis. And then you bring the awareness to the heels, the outer edges of the feet and the toes. And just take a few more rounds in your own time. And with the next inhale, feel stable enough. Once you have lifted the hips, you bring the awareness up towards the shoulders. You can then extend the arms overhead. Good, really open the whole of the front body and then sway the arms back down and repeat. Just take 2 more rounds like this. Once you've completed, just spread the arms out wide, this time dropping knees to the right, the gaze to the left. And side to side, we'll drop knees and head, staying with the breath. And then we'll hug the knees into the chest, give yourself a big squeeze, a big hug. And then a few circles with the knees, bringing them in towards the body and then pushing back away. And then changing the direction. Just anything that feels good, so massaging the back of the pelvis, the vital organs. Then we'll finish with a happy baby pose. So deep hip stretch. We'll point the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling and just seeing what's available for you today. You can either hold the calves, the ankles, or grab hold of the outer edges of the feet. And then encouraging the knees to come in towards the armpits. And if you like, you can even sway side to side. So a great way to lengthen through the lower back, an area we may find quite painful at times if we do spend a lot of time sitting down. You can really open and find some freedom here. And just like a happy baby, you can bring a big smile to the end of this practice. Nice deep breath. can finish with a hip opener, or if you've had enough of a hip stretch today, you can join the knees in towards each other, spread the feet as wide as the mat, and then complete with a nice deep belly breath. As you inhale through the nostrils, expand the abdomen. And exhale, let everything go. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more. You can remain here as long as you like. Finishing in Shavasana by extending the legs, the arms, and taking a couple of minutes just to relax the whole body. You can pause this video and stay here for a couple of moments, or you can finish this practice with me by wiggling the toes, the fingers, stretching legs and arms in opposite directions, and then hugging knees to chest, rocking side to side. Dropping to one side to push up into a comfortable seated position. Connecting palms just to say thank you for taking part in today's practice. I hope you find some freedom in your day, in your body, in your mind. And if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, you can subscribe to my channel. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you again next time.